I followed the dark and enticing figure to the local museum. Its neglect over the preceding years hadn't tarnished its prevailing beauty. I fretted the gentle rapping of the rain on the roof was deriving a false sense of security. Perhaps it was my sense of duty or an innate stubbornness, but I had no inclination of turning back. The plaque reads, "Here stands the Garaffa, the largest predator indigenous to the Macron asteroid belt. The Garaffa spends the majority of its time hunting and eating other indigenous creatures such as Cygni and Bombani. The Garaffa is best known for its intense yet unusual roar." That roar is... They made a horror picture a while back where a Garaffa ended up tearing its way through a rather unlucky crew aboard a star hauler. Although, most folks just remember the end with the foxy dame and her, unmentionable. Those are called stanchions, and that's your useless... And the skylight lights up the mural with a brilliant glimmer. Why is that? And they hate this. Seems they were amidst the 100th anniversary last time this museum was open. One could speculate they just gave up on packing this place midway. It's a shame, really, leaving all this to be forgotten. The plaque reads, "Encased in this exhibit is Lucky, the first fish ever caught on Space Station 52. I'd postulate the name Lucky. The anti-grav device still seems to have some life left in it, but I don't see any way of retrieving it. I might be able to disrupt the gravity field with an electromagnet. For that display case, the information key seems...
How am I? Oh! You startled me. Do you make a habit of lurking on ladies in the dark?
You make it a habit of lurking alone in the dark in abandoned buildings. Besides, aren't you the dame that was outside giving me the runaround?
Are you deriving the notion that I don't merit a chase?
And just because you're easy on the eyes doesn't mean you're worth the trouble.
If you keep staring, stranger, I may start charging you. I'm the reporter of the 52 Gazette.
The reporter? As in the one reporter?
What? You deem there isn't much newsworthy around here?
Couldn't really say. Just got here myself. I'm Ed.
Edward Locke. I'm aware.
How did you...
I'm the reporter. It's my business to know.
I'm investigating the murder of my predecessor, Oakley
Baxter. Yes, that would make the two of us. But I believe I'm uncovering something much bigger than that.
Bigger than murder?
Pittances, kitten. Pittances. Perhaps we could accommodate each other. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
What are you getting at, doll?
Well, I need to get at the information on this map display. But the console needs power first. If you can get me up and running, then I'll let you know, well, what I know.
Sounds like a square deal.
So, you'll need to gain access to the electrical closet behind me. Then route power through the junction boxes to the map display console.
Consider it done.
There's very little I don't consider. It's my
Job. Yeah, I get it.
So, you'll need to get
Console for the map display. Looks like a video game on an old silver disc developed here on the space station. The title reads 24 Hours with an Octopus. It's a silver disc for an old game. The title reads Maximum Acceleration. The display reads the original Killer Man mask used in the filming of Screech. Screech was filmed entirely on Space Station 52 and marks the first time 52 is used as the backdrop for a major motion picture. I remember that one, best known for a twist ending and an unusual use of a doggy door. The plaque reads, Captain Willoughby Frankel is 52's most famous and revered fisherman. Captain Frankel has been the inspiration behind a multitude of characters and books, including the best-selling Shadow of a Day Gone. Expensive-looking vase. Normally I wouldn't condone pocketing a museum piece, but desperate times, I suppose. Look at this old thing. My father had one just like it. Maybe I can just ignore that no touching please sign and take a little gander inside. Someone must have been stashing their spare access card in here. Unfortunately, the card is downright filthy. That'll even scan in this state. It's a planter full of water from the leak overhead. An old broken up aquarium. Looky there, a battery inside the tank. Still have some juice, but I don't think I can. It's a jack. The caption reads, Lynx jellyfish. These shocking creatures were the first genetically engineered species born on the Will it loose the battery from bingo. Now that's the plaque reads, Captain. The display reads, Anchor and Rope from True Desire, the first ship to leave 52's docks. The plaque reads, Sculpture by... The caption reads, Photo of Carl Brashear with his diving suit, the Pioneer Mark I. The caption reads, Photo of 52's pier during its grand opening. Interesting. The pier looks... A more poetic man might say that plant isn't... It's a no-go. An incredible fossil. Unfortunately, the plaque has been graffitied over. My mother would turn over in her... Whoa, not keen on that idea. Gonna have to put it... If my memory serves me, that creature is a Cygni. They are indigenous to this asteroid belt and not... Plaque reads, Here sits a construction bot and fabricating materials. Another bad. box cutter. The clock was... feels unfit to be doing. Sorry about... Looks like that took the piss out of him. Literally. Shouldn't need this speaker anymore. Now I really need a shower. But that did the trick. Took the grime right off. Tell from the fossil. Tell from the photo of a large vessel. And the water damage has eroded the caption away. Unlock. Hey, an old-fashioned BLS chip. I can integrate it with my helmet. This can assist me in operating the old... It's a shelf including a few odds and some spare copper. A deep blackness. It's a... I have to route each sequence one at a time and in numerical order to get the power back up. The energy is insufficient to operate this whole place. But if I route the power, it should be enough for the map console. Pretty sure I saw 3 junction boxes in the previous rooms. They should be marked with red lights. The renewed light caused the nail to glint in the umbra. Maybe that idea. You, how the devil am I gonna get up there? Console for... The plaque reads, in case I'd postulate the anti-grav device still seems to have some life left in it. But I might be able to disrupt the gravity field with an electromagnet. For that I'd require... the anti-grav... I might be able to disrupt the gravity field with an electromagnet. For that I'd require steel, copper wire, and a power source of some kind. Sorry about... The clock wasn't... Plaque read... Console for the map display.
Well, I need to get at the information on this map. So, you'll need to gain
The plaque... You, yeah. It's a planter full of water from the leak. Makeshift. I rifle through the box for a time and find a battery. And everything else looks... The collision cracked the base just enough to get the anti-grav device free. Miracle didn't break the thing in the first place. And I think that worked. Surprising. I watched the light on the anti-gravity generator flicker its last. Turns out dropping a 300-pound exhibit on a piece of technology isn't great for it.
Well, I need to get it in. So,
Console for the map display. Let's power it.
okay, enter these coordinates for me. Just as I thought. These localized earthquakes aren't random.
What do you mean?
Someone is targeting specific systems with the quakes.
Looks like someone is taking out failsafe systems. But why? Not exactly a high priority.
Like I said, Ed, there is much more going on around here than just murder.
What was that?
Sounds like it came from the electrical closet.
Let me check it out. Well, this wasn't open. Ed, don't jump down the scary dark hole just to see what's down there. Ah,